Adam, do you have a favorite song,
A favorite song?
like of all time?
Yeah. I
You
think
do?
so. Yeah.
What?
It's called Tokyo by The Books.
Tokyo by the Books.
The Books, yeah.
I've never heard of this.
I listened to this song and I'm just like, yeah, something about it is, it's my favorite
How
song.
did you come into contact with this song?
I just found the books probably from like Spotify Discover Weekly like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then I just was like, I fall in love. I just love the books. And then their album, The Lemon of Pink, has a song called Tokyo on it. And it's just like,
So you're
really good.
listening to just a random mix of music, and all of a sudden,
like the best song
all of a
ever.
sudden what comes on, you hear what you're like, oh, hold on now. This is my favorite song. Or
I
is
mean, not that song came on. I think just like another like book song or like
okay.
somehow I found The Lemon of Pink and then
And then you found their album, and then that was it.
yeah,
The song is
The
on there?
Lemon of Pink.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I've not heard of them, but I'm always trying to find new music.
Yeah,
And by
we
new
should
music, I mean 10
definitely-
years old
Yeah,
music.
so, yeah, they stopped making music a couple years ago.
Oh,
They're
they
like,
did?
They're like brothers.
Oh, man.
And I think they had.
I feel like I lost them
falling
now.
out.
I just found them.
It's okay.
No, they're gone.
They're still good. But yeah, it's
Their name is Books?
The Books.
The Books.
Like the Beatles or whatever.
The Batman.
The Batman. Oh God.
We hope you have enjoyed tonight and that we may have another opportunity to see you in the very near future. Please make sure that you leave nothing behind when you depart. Thank you very much, and for now, sayonara.
Well, I can't find this quote that I want to find. To
Oh, you
tee
want a
up-
quote? I'll give you
I
a
want to
quote.
tee up the solution.
I'll give you a
with
quote, right now. I'll
Let's
give you
hear it. Let's
whatever
hear
quote
it.
you want.
I feel like I should be able to find this quote. It's about sleep.
Oh, I'll give you a quote about sleep.
Let's hear it. Sir Lancelot. This is not.
Sir Lance, there are no quotes from Sir Lancelot. What are you doing? And Sir Lancelot said, "Yo, King Arthur, your lady's pretty cool. Maybe I could hang out with her sometime."
I can't find this dang quote. Okay, I'll just summarize. Okay, here's the solution. It's an invention.
An
An
invention?
invention.
You made an invention, or
I
you
didn't
need
make
someone
it. It's
to
just,
invent something?
It's just an idea.
Okay.
But it's a totally new idea.
Hoverboards.
Okay.
All right, now you invented.
Okay. It's essentially like a sort of sleeping tube. Like it's like a tent, like a small tent over you.
Okay.
It's like a tube that goes head to foot.
Right.
And inside, the environment is a simulation of being outside.
Inside,
Like in that tube.
you're not talking like a painting. You're talking like something more involved, right?
I mean, I leave it up to the inventor to figure out how to do this. But, I think there'd be like little fans.
Okay.
Because if you lay on the ground, like say you're going to sleep on the ground. Have you ever slept outside
I mean,
with no tent?
no, I
nothing,
don't
just
think.
open.
I don't think I have.
Okay. It's
Stupid.
awesome.
Oh.
No, it's awesome. It feels so good to sleep outside.
What?
Yes.
To be unprotected? Why?
It's
Tell me
amazing.
why.
It's amazing.
What's so awesome about?
Okay, so I'll this is the quote I was looking up.
When
So-
did you wait?
so
Wait. When did you
I have
go?
to make this case for you.
When did you go sleep outside with no tent?
Camping.
You forgot your tent?
I don't bring a tent. It's California. It doesn't rain. It doesn't rain.
It's been raining all month.
Well, it's winter now, but in the summer it doesn't rain. You just go. You're not gonna rain. It's not gonna rain on you. And you just sleep on the ground. You just put down a pad and you just lay down and you fall asleep. It's wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. It's delightful.
So
It's
tell.
so delightful that I think people get addicted to it.
To sleeping out on
yeah.
the ground. Okay.
Yeah, like well, to some extent, homeless people. Okay.
Oh,
You
what?
interview homeless people. No, it's true. You interview homeless people and they're like, I don't want to live indoors.
I feel like there is an addiction problem, but I don't know that that's.
So
the
I know
one-
people. So we don't. Do we have an explanation for why homeless people say that?
Do we have an explanation for when people are
That's-
like, I just don't want to be inside?
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to be in a home. I don't want to sleep indoors. I like sleeping on the street. People
Yeah.
say that. I mean, partly you think, oh, maybe they have claustrophobia from like PTSD or something.
Right.
Okay, but like remove those people. Okay, then there's still going to be people who are like, no, this is really like I like sleeping outdoors.
Or maybe if you have enough bad experiences with society and they like negatively impact you a lot, you're like, you know what?
Right.
I want to be by myself,
right.
but like out just away.
So
just,
we think that, so this is our like perception, but I have a suspicion that that's not the whole issue. I have a suspicion that there's also a positive side of the equation, which is that it's super delightful and pleasurable to just sleep outdoors, like in the clear air.
Okay.
And I got this idea.
As long as you're not worried about threats to your safety or comfort or whatever.
Yeah, obviously I'm not promoting homelessness.
Well, no, but you wouldn't like lay down in a field where there are lions and be like, no, I shall sleep.
Be safe, right. But the reason I got this idea was because there's a book called The Once and Future King, which is like the best retelling of the King Arthur tales, right?
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Sword in the Stone is the first book.
What's that author's name? White?
Yeah, White.
E.B. White?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's T.H. White.
T.H. White?
Yeah, T.H. White, I think.
E.B. I'm thinking of Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, E.B. That's a different one. So in this book, it's King Arthur, right?
Yeah.
But before he's king, he's Wart, right? He's this, like just slave, boy around he's a scullery boy around the castle. And he goes outside to go hawking, like with a falcon. And he loses the falcon, and so he sleeps outside for a night. And it says in there, like in the book, it says like the author like stops and kind of does an aside and sort of tells you something.
Mm-hmm.
And what he says is, if you sleep outside too many nights, you'll just love it way too much and you'll never want to sleep indoors again. And then he just continues with the story. And I listened to that and I was like, dang. And then I thought about my experiences sleeping outside. And I've been doing this cowboy camping since for about 5 years now.
Okay.
And so when I go camping in California, it doesn't rain, so I just don't bring a tent. Or if I bring like a teeny little tarp thing in case, I don't know,
a face umbrella that I just attached to my nose.
Right, just like a bivouac thing. Yeah, face. Oh, there's an invention. Nose face umbrella.
A little umbrella that
idea.
just perches on your nose.
Rainbow.
A pair of glasses that's really an umbrella that when you lay down, they protect your face. Don't steal that, anyone. That's my $1 billion idea.
That's Scott. Scott's great idea.
I'll know.
This is great.
I'll know. Those start popping up in the catalogs. Yeah. Okay. So sleeping outside too much, you're worried that you were like, dang, that's true.
I was like, it's true. It's so incredibly pleasant to
when you
sleep
go on
outside.
these trips, are you going with other people?
Often, yes.
And are they intense, or do you convince other people to be like, yeah, like leave your tent at home?
They usually want to have a tent because they're not used to it because it's weird. Yeah.
Regular people.
Well, that's the thing. There's this like, I think there might even be a sort of why do people not sleep? It's weird because human beings have slept outside. That's what we're evolved to do. I mean, that's what we're made to do. It's just sleep, under a bush somewhere,
What? No, well,
human beings.
I feel like we're evolved to like try to find some sort of a shelter.
Something.
Yeah, you find a shelter to rest when you're deactivating your consciousness. You're pretty vulnerable, so you find a.
But you can just like take some leaves and sticks and just pull them over you. You just sleep. Human being, it doesn't. You don't need like a full building around you.
And so you run an Airbnb, right? And your beds are all just leaves and
beds
sticks.
And sticks.
Everyone come to Adam's Airbnb.
Mud. Yeah.
They're like, interesting. How come there's no roof? You're like, you'll get addicted to it.
You'll get addicted to it. Don't worry.
You're gonna love this. You'll be so happy.
Yeah. So if this is the case, which I posit is the case, that sleeping outside is one of the most pleasant things you can do.
I can't refute it. I haven't tried it.
You gotta try it. We could make the simulation because there are amenities to living indoors, right? There's benefits to being indoors.
Mm-hmm.
So that means let's bring the outdoors indoors. Let's create a simulation of being outdoors and trick your brain, trick your body into thinking it's outdoors. Right?
Okay.
And so I think there should be this sort of tube that has a bit of a light show going on, like the
tube could be made out of like a TV screen or whatever.
Yeah, like nylon or something. Yeah. And then there'd be this sort of tech layer, and the tech layer would have like sound system. Because it's actually quite noisy outside. People don't realize this. Even if you're in nature, there's like an orchestra of bugs playing, making all kinds of weird sounds all night long. It's like very loud. But our brains are like comfortable with it because we evolved to do it. So even though there's this like chorus of chirps and things going on,
bugs that are
nice.
crawling around on you while you're sleeping?
No. Just
or flying
just-
around
just-
and then landing on you while you're sleeping?
No, neither of those things.
It's orchestra.
I mean, I'm sure there are, but you're
They leave you
evolved to
alone.
do it.
oh,
You're evolved to just be comfortable outside.
right.
so it's
You're
fine.
you're covered in leaves and sticks.
You're
so
covered in leaves and
that's
sticks
not
and
gonna
mud.
happen. You're protected.
You're
built-
really selling
you built
this
a
guy.
human
You're
beaver
really
dam. You built yourself into a human beaver dam, and now you're totally fine.
you're selling this. Well, this is why we bring it indoors.
Okay.
But I'm saying there's an audioscape, which is these bug sounds.
They play
Okay.
bug noises for you.
Yeah, like
Okay.
choruses of different types of bugs. You know, there's a whole bunch of crickets over here. There's a bunch of frogs down by the river. There's a bunch of bugs over here. There's a bunch of things over there. And so you got to have this kind of soundscape
All right.
around you.
Sounds fun.
And then there's like this light show. I mean, the moon is actually very bright. Like people don't, probably realize because they're in a room with all their curtains closed and everything is dark.
Right.
But actually, if you're outside and it's a full moon, it's bright as hell. Like you can walk around. Like there's nothing stopping you from basically doing anything. I mean, you can't read maybe, but you could like do anything.
You'd see
Yeah,
what
you
you
could
need
see
to do.
pretty
Sure.
well. Yeah, as long as you're not like in a forest or something.
Okay.
So if half moon, it's still pretty bright. And even if it's a no moon or the moon hasn't risen yet, you can still, there's lots of like light from stars. So you'd want this kind of light effect so that if you opened your eyes, you'd like see this beautiful starlight, moonlight. And you could even have it be the moon course over it each night, like a thing. And then I think there's a lot of wind and like air movement over your body when you're sleeping, right?
Okay.
And so you'd want to feel those air
Like a
currents.
fan, turbines.
So there'd be like little fans that were like creating this kind of course of wind
right.
over you. So with all these things in place, I think
It's like you're creating a 4DX theater experience,
Exactly.
but in like a tube.
Yes.
A tube
For
DX.
sleeping.
4 tube
sleeping.
X.
And you could buy one that was small for like kids. You could buy one that was like large, but for a single person. And you could buy one that was like large for like two people to sleep in. So it would arch over your bed, and you could set it right on top of your bed and plug it in, and the whole thing would operate. Maybe you have an app to kind
And
of
it's
set the
okay, so
settings.
it's meant to like attach to your bed. You're not
it just sets on top.
because at first I was imagining like one of those capsule hotels that you see where it's like all those
yeah,
tubes.
yes, we should. Yes,
I mean, you could have a version of that,
Yeah.
but you'd also want
Yeah.
one that people could take home.
I'd want to sell them to people at their homes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Kinda-
that's
well,
a good idea as a concept.
when I was
to
a
show the
kid,
initial concept.
I did a tent on my bed, like a pup tent where
yeah.
you put it over your mattress or whatever, and then you're like, I'm in a tent, even though I'm on my bed in my room.
And what do kids do? They put glow in the dark stars on the
Glow in the
ceiling.
dark stars,
Same
little
thing.
like
They wanna
projectors that
feel like-
project constellations, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on. Put the
Outdoor, indoor.
the only problem
And then you could be
is-
like, here's what's like sleeping on the surface of Mars. Here's what it's like sleeping on the surface of.
and then the
Right.
air will like suffocate you. Be like,
There's
the
no
fans
oxygen.
are going in reverse. They're like, how do you like Mars now?
do you like Mars?
It's like total recall. Your eyes are bulging out.
And there's like radiation. No ionosphere, bitches.
Quado.
Take this. Quado.
But like the only problem is if you get too immersed in it and you like
I
wake up
know.
your eyes and you're like, whoa, that's beautiful. And you sit up real fast and just conk your head.
Well, it'd be like cloth. It'd be like nylon.
Conk. Okay, so these would be.
Yeah,
I think you could make those. I mean,
you
can
can make it.
the curved screens now are there. The projection technology is there,
Yeah.
and the
It could
like,
even just be LEDs.
yeah, totally.
Be super simple.
I mean,
And it could
Just
you
a
could
further
set
piece.
you could set it so that it like woke you up with like a sunrise in your dome no matter what time of day it was.
so where do you put this during the day when you're not using it? You just leave it on your bed.
I think you just kind of scrunch it down and get out, and it just sits on your bed like a half dome over your
Okay.
bed. I mean, I don't think this would be taller than 3 feet.
Oh, because you don't need your feet to see the stars.
No, your feet need to be included because the wind.
Oh,
Yeah, and also I'd want it to
wait.
be,
Then how? It has to be
ideally,
longer than 3 feet.
it'd be like thermal, so that you wouldn't need any blankets because you want to feel your skin like interacting with the air. Just a bunch of sticks and leaves. You could actually sell.
really feel those
You could
sticks
sell
and
like
leaves.
synthetic sticks and leaves.
No.
That would then you could just kind of throw on you. Like, have you ever done this? Have you ever
Oh,
just slept
if
under
you
like a
could
pile
sell,
of
like,
laundry?
if
Have you
you
ever
sell-
done that? Have you
I
ever done
do
that?
like laundry,
And it
yeah.
feels good, right? To
Sure.
just sleep under a pile of laundry. That's your inner sticks and leaves human being wishing that it had this like just like pile of crap on you. Which is also what homeless people do, right? Pile of shit.
Like there would be a high end version of everything. So they'd be like the Louis Vuitton Sticks and Leaves collection.
Sticks and Leaves.
You're like, is that a Louis Vuitton Sticks and Leaves? Oh my gosh, you are really impressive.
High roller sleeper. I think we've only, so this is the thing I believe, you either believe you're at the end of history or you believe we're at the beginning of history.
There's no middles?
Nope. Got to be extreme.
I can't.
I think we're in the beginning of history. People think, oh, this is it. Human beings, we figured it all out. No. I think everything could be like way different than it is.
You right now, like cut off everything that happened before this, or all that gets included.
I mean, like
in the beginning of history?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can learn from the past, but I just feel like people think the way things are, that's the way they pretty much will be in the future. False. I think when people get into beds in the future, they will be like this because human beings are evolved to sleep that way. It's going to be the best way to sleep because we evolved to sleep that way.
Do you think in a race situation, like where they're trying to develop the technology for this versus the technology for, like, if I was watching Black Mirror, I might see someone like have an implant and they go and touch their temple and all of a sudden their eyes go white and like now they're in,
like
now they're in
VR
like they're
yeah.
seeing VR without, like that sort of thing. Do you think it's like an outer technology shell like this, or something where you trick the person's mind into thinking they're seeing
No, you just do a shell
outdoors?
because you could do that technology like, I mean,
right now,
today, a college student, electrical engineer student could just
I'm making
put
it more
this together.
complicated.
Yeah. It's just like, this is like LEDs and some fans with a nylon.
So we got to name it.
tube.
We'll call it the night dome.
Night dome.
The outside tube.
And then you could sell it saying like, this will give you, like, this will upgrade your, like, not just like, are you rested? It's like pleasure. It's like, this is like a pleasurable experience.
The 30-second commercial on TV starts out, you know how everybody likes sleeping outside without a tent? Everyone's at home scratching their heads like, do we?
No, right. But this is the problem, is the future does not seem like the future to the present. Does that make sense?
The future does not seem like the future to the... Okay.
Yeah. Like if you went in the past and you said, this is how we do things, they would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Right? Sure. Like, that's crazy. But if you think about our beds are Victorian beds. The technology of bedding was updated and created as it is, like a frame with a spring with metal springs. That was made once we got to where you could make metal springs. Yeah. Like, that was a Victorian invention, like a steampunk, right? Like, we'll put one of these newfangled springs underneath you while you sleep. That was very new when it was invented.
The first mattress guy, he just put one spring in the middle and he lays down. He's like, this sucks, actually. Like, why would this make it a better mattress? And they're like, no, like lots of them. Like, do like
tons of them.
Do like rows and like,
this is the aliens.
Do a matrix of these things. Right. Like, not just one in the
matrix.
Middle. Whoa,
we sleep in the matrix.
I just learned how to make a mattress.
And then even our conception of sleep is like, it's very Victorian, you know, like Edison said, I try to sleep as little as I can because sleep's just a waste, and that's how people treat sleep now. People just are like, screw sleep. Like, I drink coffee every day to stay awake as much as I can. I need my sleep. I know, me too. But a lot of people are like, screw sleep. Like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You'll hear people say that.
Yeah.
They want to party. They want to work. They want to watch TV. They want to whatever. And then they think of sleep as just turning off your content. You even just said it. Turning off your consciousness.
Yeah, that's what.
I don't see sleep that way at all.
Well,
I see sleep as like this gorgeous, like, hot tub time of my day. Like, it's like a...
So here's why
a little unconscious.
Here's why I feel like this. So I am blessed probably for people who have the problem, but I can lay down and fall asleep pretty quickly, pretty consistently. And then I don't really have dreams that I remember most of the time. I would say vast majority. And so it really is like an instantaneous, like, sleep down and now something's waking me up. Like it is really like, for me, just like a click.
Oh, wow.
And I don't
not my experience
absorb the size. I don't absorb the time in between, I guess, at all.
Whoa.
What about you? What do you do?
I've had, when I was like a teenager, or like sometimes in my life, I've had the thing where I like close my eyes and I just immediately open my eyes and it's the next day.
Yeah.
But it's not happened to me recently for sure. And
what's your experience like now?
My experience is like a whole escape of time and experiences every night. I mean,
are you
dreams,
like waking up in between?
Yeah, I
or?
wake up to go to the bathroom, or I wake up and have a little reverie where I think about things or have imaginings.
I'm attacked by ninja assassins in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
I have
fight
to
off the
do a
ninjas.
really impressive like fighting choreography, and then I go back to sleep.
I may have dreams that I remember, but I can't really. Definitely not those ninja assassin fight scenes. And then in the morning, I have this like longer sort of reverie where I have, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour where I just am like thinking about things and
like in your bed.
Yeah, I'm just
laying there.
I'm laying, I look asleep, but I'm not really asleep. I could probably get up if I needed to, but I don't.
If someone tried to sneak up on you, you'd be like,
no ninjas. No ninjas.
Yeah, I'm already awake.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so creepy if I thought you were asleep and you just open your eyes like nonchalantly and just like, I was awake.
My cat sleeps with his eyes open.
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
Elmer, the white one.
The white cat?
You'll see him just like sitting and he's like laying there and his eyes are like creepily like unfocused and he's clearly asleep. But his eyes are like cracked open, pretty widely cracked open.
No, he would be one of the people who would sign on to this sleeping outside without anything over top of you is good.
Oh, yeah. So would we. We evolved to do this for millions of years.
Not me, man.
Yes.
Have you seen my skin tone? Tell you what, when the sun comes up.
The sun is not out.
If I'm not protected,
night.
I know, but it comes up in the morning. And if I'm not protected.
Sticks and leaves, man. I already said it.
Like
Chanel.
Oh, and my
mud.
Glasses, my glasses umbrella,
mud.
Of course.
I think, did white people just cover themselves in mud all the time?
No, caves. They covered themselves in caves. Also, there weren't like paleo-ass white people.
Covered themselves in mud. Yeah, there were. We haven't evolved any human beings.
They were like
have
up
not
north.
Evolved at all since civilization
but
began.
Those
it's only
people,
been 10,000 years. It's like
those
nothing.
people were up north in less hospitable climates and having to shelter from the sun as well as the other elements, right?
Yeah, so they were just as white as you and I.
Right, but they're not laying outside in the
sure
daytime.
They were laying outside. Sure, they were outside all day long. They were outside. You think they were under their sticks and leaves all day? Huh?
I think they were like, putting together like a basic structure.
Tunnel systems?
Yeah,
I mean, how did they...
you put people on Survivor, they figure out how to make a shelter in like...
They do make a shelter.
In like a day.
But then they still have to like go all around, collect water, hunt, do everything.
But this is a perfect example. Survivor, they have the option to sleep outside under the stars every day if they want to, and they very clearly choose to sleep in their tiny, crappy shelter that they just made a day ago.
But their shelter usually is wide open. It's just a roof.
Yeah, it's like a roof and a floor that lifts them up off the bottom.
That's good.
Oh, that's okay?
But also, I think that's rare if you look at, like, if you go to, like, Aboriginal cultures, they're not going to have that. I mean, they'll have, like, things they sleep on, and they'll have roofs, and they might have, like, long houses or some walls or something. But they're largely just going to, like, lay down and sleep, like, wherever they're comfortable.
Okay. I'll do it.
You got to try it out now.
I got to try it out. How would I do?
What's
I have
the
a
easiest way
VR.
to sleep outside?
Well, I have a VR headset. I'm wondering if there's like a VR
component,
like outside camping night,
because it can't be like on your face, and you're not going to feel the wind. You're not going to feel the wind. You're not going to feel the. Also, I don't think the choruses of bugs. This is a humanoid evolution sleeping chamber. But it's like trying to optimize like what's the best night of sleep we've evolved to have.
Yes.
And it was not complete silence on a feather bed with metal springs, I think we're built to feel incredibly, and I don't want to say controversial things about homelessness. I'm against homelessness. I just watched a fantastic YouTube video about how Finland has like eliminated homelessness through these wonderful social policies. I entirely support doing those housing first social policies to help homeless people and live. But I also think it's important to see their lifestyles not solely as damaged, but to see that there's some positive reasons too, right? Because if it was uninterruptedly terrible, then people would they would be seeking out being in shelter more than we do see people. It's called sleeping rough. That's how the Finns. They didn't say being homeless. They called it sleeping rough. So it's like, are you like out sleeping kind of under in the elements?
Well, and there's definitely a wide range of experiences. I mean, the idea that all homelessness is the same, or all unhoused people are experiencing the same journey.
Right. Some are in maybe a very hellish experience.
Right.
Some may be saying, I enjoy it. I'll stop when I want to stop, whatever,
Yeah.
And I support, giving those people tons of support, because they've been screwed over by a bad system. But it's interesting to kind of say, well, okay, but let's take, what about and camping? Why do people go camping? They're intense mostly.
To roast marshmallows.
But they could also not be intense. I want to tell people, put your tent away. Or even put your tent up and use it to change, or like if you're with other people and you want to use it to change or have sex or something.
Yeah.
But then go out of the tent and just sleep on the ground. It's awesome. It is so nice. Like, I can't explain it, because it's like if you were like, I've never drunk water before. I just get liquid other way, And then I was like, no, we've evolved to drink water. We're humans. Like, water is great. And then you've never been to the ocean. You've never been to a lake. Human beings are evolved to really value
water,
bodies of water.
Yeah,
we just evolved to be like, this is important. If you'd never seen that, the first time you see it, you're still going to like it because you're evolved to do it. I don't know. There's something about what we're primed through our evolution to really like.
Very cool.
Yeah, we'll see. So this is I don't know what it's solving, though. I guess it's just trying to make sleep better for people.
Well, you're getting a whole fleet of people out there sleeping just on their backs on the ground, I guess.
Let's do it.
We get coyotes' best night, or raccoons are going to come over.
I wonder too, we do have a lot of people, like you were saying, you're blessed to be able to just sleep comfortably.
Yeah.
But we do have a problem with people just feeling like they just can't sleep.
Oh, that's a huge
given
thing.
Like a Victorian bedroom. That's what we have. We have Victorian bedrooms. We put the mattress is made out of springs. Now we have like this kind of NASA memory foam, which I already have said, like, terrible. I don't think anyone should have that stuff.
Dude, I slept
actually,
in a memory.
I think women probably like memory foam. It's fine, but for men, get it out of here.
I slept in a memory foam bed the other day. Just I was and it was terrible.
So hot.
Like,
right?
it was very hot,
So hot.
and I felt like I was like a action figure in one of those like blister packs where it was like exactly made for my body, so I couldn't move left or right.
Yeah.
It was, and I woke up and like my back and my neck all felt weird.
Yeah,
it was just
memory foam is trash.
not good.
So like, whether it's memory foam or whether it's like spring mattress, pillows stuffed with with goose feathers. I mean, this is a Victorian thing. But what is the future? The future is sleeping on purple. I'll give another plug for the purple mattresses. You sleep on the purple hyperelastic polymer, and then you have your sleep. What do you call it? Night dome. Your night dome over the top, and then you're just laying there, and you don't wear anything to bed. You just wear like a light silk pajamas, and no blankets. Just leaves and sticks.
This is so short-sighted.
By Louis Vuitton.
We've used our mattress-based solution before we got a mattress, like a mattress sponsor for the thing, because mattress sponsors are some of the first to swoop in on pods.
We'll get it. We'll get one.
All right.
We should contact one. All right. Let's wrap up.
Okay.
We wish everyone an excellent night's sleep.
Yeah. Outside or inside, if you're one of those weirdos that sleeps inside.
I think Shakespeare called sleep the golden chain that ties our days together.
What?
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
It's a little too fancy, bro.
Sleep needs to become this like gorgeous thing that everyone gets a part of their life.
Oh, I like sleep. I'm a big, and
you said you just close your eyes and open them. You don't even, what do you mean?
Yeah, but I mean, when I don't have enough sleep and I'm sleepy all day.
Okay, so you like the effects of sleep.
Yeah, of course.
No,
I like being well rested.
I like sleep itself.
Okay.
I think sleep itself is this like gorgeous thing we can enjoy. Like a meal, we can just like enjoy sleep.
Not me. When I eat, like they set down the food. And I blink
and it's gone.
Plate's
empty. Just crumbs.
I've got like all this stuff all over my face, and everyone else at the table is looking at me with wide eyes, like, "Whoa, what just happened?"
Dang.
I'm like, "What? That's how we
What
eat."
happened, everybody? Where are you? Was I not showing good manners?
They're like, "You housed an entire lasagna in 4 seconds flat."
Don't talk about lasagna. I'm hungry. All right, let's go get some food.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for cruising in. New solution every week. Oh, we didn't even do our intro.
This is Solutions from the Multiverse. Hi, I'm Scott Maupin.
I'm Adam Browse. Every
Thanks
week,
for joining us.
we share a new solution, unheard of solution to the world's problems.
And we'll do it again next week,
Do
too.
it again next week.
All right. We'll
Can't
see you
stop
then.
us. All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Have you ever slept outside
I mean,
with no tent?
no, I
nothing,
don't
just
think
open.
I don't think I have.
Okay, it's
Stupid.
awesome.
Oh.
No, it's awesome. It feels so good to sleep outside.
What?
Yes.